in the bustling city of Lagos, Nigeria, there lived a beautiful young woman named Bisa. Bisa was kind-hearted, always helping others, and known for her stunning beauty. However, despite her many good qualities, nobody wanted to marry her. Every time a suitor came to visit, they would leave without proposing, making excuses about why they couldn't marry her. Some said she was too shy, others claimed she was too quiet, and some even said she was too perfect. Bisa didn't understand why this was happening. She prayed every day, hoping that one day she would meet someone who would truly see her worth. Bisa lived with her parents in a small but cozy house. Her father, Mr. Aid, was a hard-working man who owned a small shop in the market, and her mother, Mrs. Aid, was a caring woman who always encouraged Bisa to be patient. One sunny afternoon, something unusual happened. A Chinese man named Li Wei arrived in Lagos for a business trip. He was tall, with jet black hair and a warm smile that lit up the room. Li Wei was in Lagos to explore opportunities for expanding his family's business in Africa. As Li Wei walked through the streets of Lagos, he marveled at the sights, sounds, and vibrant culture of the city. He decided to visit the local market, where he stumbled upon Mr. Aid's shop. Li Wei was immediately drawn to the colorful fabrics and handmade crafts that Mr. Aid sold. "Good afternoon, sir," Li Wei greeted Mr. Aid with a friendly smile. "I'm Li Wei, and I'm new in town. Your shop is wonderful." Mr. Aid, pleased by the compliment, smiled back. "Thank you, young man. I'm Mr. Aid. Welcome to Lagos. Is there anything I can help you with?" As they chatted, Bisa came out of the house to bring her father some water. When Li Wei saw Bisa, he was struck by her beauty and grace. Bisa shyly smiled at him, and Li Wei felt something he had never felt before. From that day on, Li Wei found himself visiting Mr. Aid's shop more often, not just for the crafts, but also to see Bisa. He noticed how kind and gentle she was, and he admired her quiet strength. Unlike the others, Li Wei saw Bisa for who she truly was, and he felt a strong connection to her. One evening, as the sun began to set, Li Wei gathered the courage to speak to Bisa. "Bisa," he said softly, "I've been coming here for a while now, and I've grown to admire you deeply. You are a wonderful person, and I would be honored if you would allow me to get to know you better." Bisa was surprised by Li Wei's words. She had never met someone like him before, someone who saw beyond her beauty and appreciated her true self. She smiled and nodded, feeling a warmth in her heart that she hadn't felt in a long time. As the days went by, Li Wei and Bisa spent more time together, learning about each other's cultures, dreams, and hopes for the future. Bisa's parents noticed how happy she was and were pleased to see their daughter finally meeting someone who truly cared for her. But not everyone in the neighborhood was happy about this. Some people whispered behind Bisa's back, saying that she was only with Li Wei because he was a foreigner or because of his wealth. Others were jealous, wondering why such a handsome and successful man would choose Bisa when so many others had passed her by. Despite the whispers, Bisa and Li Wei's bond grew stronger with each passing day. However, they both knew that the road ahead wouldn't be easy. They would have to face challenges, not just from the people around them, but also from their own families and the cultural differences that stood between them. And so, as the sun set over the city of Lagos, Bisa and Li Wei sat together, looking out over the horizon, knowing that their journey was just beginning. Bisa and Li Wei continued to spend time together, growing closer with each passing day. Their relationship became the talk of the neighborhood, with some people criticizing them, while others admired the courage they showed in following their hearts. One evening, Li Wei invited Bisa to dinner at a small, quiet restaurant by the beach. The sound of the waves gently crashing against the shore created a peaceful atmosphere as they sat down to eat. Bisa, Li Wei began, looking into her eyes. I've never met anyone like you. You have a kind heart, a beautiful soul, and you make me feel like I'm home. Even though I'm far from it, I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Bisa's heart raced. She had never imagined that someone would truly love her for who she was. But here was Li Wei, a man from a different world, offering her his heart. Li Wei, Bisa replied, her voice trembling with emotion. I never thought I would find someone who would accept me for who I am. You have shown me love in a way I never knew was possible. I feel the same way about you. With that, Li Wei reached into his pocket and pulled out a small velvet box. He opened it to reveal a simple, elegant ring. Bisa, will you marry me? He asked, his voice filled with hope. Tears welled up in Bisa's eyes as she nodded. Yes, Li Wei, I will marry you, she said, her voice choked with emotion. The two embraced, feeling the weight of the world lift from their shoulders. They knew there would be challenges ahead, but they also knew that together, they could overcome anything. News of their engagement spread quickly through the neighborhood. Some were happy for them, while others continued to whisper behind their backs. But Bisa and Li Wei didn't let the negativity affect them. They focused on their love and the life they were building together. Bisa's parents were overjoyed when Li Wei asked for their blessing. Although they had their reservations at first, they could see how much he loved their daughter and how happy she was with him. They welcomed Li Wei into their family with open arms, embracing the idea of their daughter marrying someone from a different culture. As the wedding day approached, Bisa and Li Wei faced their final challenge, bringing their two families together. Li Wei's parents traveled from China to attend the wedding. And though they were initially hesitant about their son marrying someone from a different culture, they were soon won over by Bisa's warmth and kindness. The wedding was a beautiful blend of Nigerian and Chinese traditions. Bisa wore a stunning white dress with traditional Nigerian patterns, while Li Wei wore a traditional Chinese suit. The ceremony took place in a garden filled with colorful flowers, symbolizing the blending of their cultures and the new life they were starting together. As they exchanged vows, Bisa and Li Wei knew that they had found something truly special. They had overcome the doubts and fears that had plagued them and had chosen love above all else. When the ceremony was over, the guests celebrated with joyous music, dancing, and feasting. The neighborhood, once filled with whispers and gossip, now rang with laughter and happiness. Bisa and Li Wei's love story became an inspiration to others in the community, showing that true love knows no boundaries, neither cultural nor geographical. In the end, Bisa realized that all the rejections she had faced before were leading her to this moment, to the person who truly saw her for who she was and loved her unconditionally. Bisa and Li Wei lived happily ever after, knowing that their love had conquered all. Bisa and Li Wei settled into married life with joy in their hearts and a deep appreciation for each other's cultures. They opened a small business together, blending African and Chinese crafts, which became popular in the community. Their shop was not just a place of trade, but a symbol of unity, where people from different backgrounds could come together and appreciate each other's traditions. As the years passed, Bisa and Li Wei's love grew stronger. They had two beautiful children, who were taught to embrace both their African and Chinese heritage. The family became well loved in the community, admired for their resilience and the way they had overcome the challenges that came with their differences. One day, Bisa was invited to speak at a local school, where she shared her story with the students. She told them about the struggles she faced, how people judged her, and how she found love in the most unexpected place. The children listened in awe, inspired by her journey. Bisa ended her talk with a simple yet powerful message. The moral of my story is that love knows no boundaries. It doesn't matter where someone comes from or what they look like. What matters is the heart. If you follow your heart and stay true to yourself, you will find happiness. Don't let others' opinions hold you back. Be open to the unexpected, because sometimes the most beautiful things happen when you least expect them. The students clapped and cheered, moved by Bisa's words. Her story became a lesson in the community, reminding everyone that love, respect, and understanding are the keys to a fulfilling life. Bisa and Li Wei continued to live happily, their lives filled with love, family, and the joy of knowing that they had made a positive impact on their community. They had shown everyone that true love transcends all differences, and that, in the end, what truly matters is the connection between two souls.